So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be doing our video of planets through ascendants and what happens when Moon is in the 9th house in the sign of Aries for Leo ascendant people. As in Moon, which rules the 12th house, goes into the 9th house in the sign of Aries. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all your other astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Maka Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm going to be filming the last video there on Prashna. And it's a beautiful video, beautiful information. So, anyway, Moon in the 9th house in Aries. So, one thing you got to understand is that when Moon is in the 9th house in Aries, as a 12th lord, naturally a person is going to be inclined towards attaining their higher education in foreign lands. And most definitely it'll be a technical education. And of course, I can't say that this person is going to go for medicine or healthcare, because that's just going to require a lot more information. But one thing we see here is that a person may have an extremely rigid thinking about their dharma, about their dharmic path in life. For them, they are the type of individual who want to implement how the other person or other people should behave, should believe in. What should they believe in? What type of divinity that needs to be followed. And what this does, it stems from usually either the paternal lineage or father. One has, so if let's say one believes that if you eat non-veg and you are thinking of God, you should be killed. Let's say they grew up with that belief system. Even in their mature state, when they know what the world is, they visit the world, they see the world, that particular thinking will be extremely hard to remove from their consciousness. And especially with the Moon in 9th house, usually a person finds that they are raised under the regime of the father. Not all the time, but this particular Moon shows that a person's ability to know who they are, their physical self in this world, really stems from dealing with the laws, rules, regulation that they grew up with under their umbrella of the father, or umbrella of the guru, umbrella of the teacher. And one thing we see usually with this person is that they have a knack for traveling, and they usually love high altitude objects like planes, drones, helicopters, rockets. They love, fast objects. They love to travel in a fast train. And especially because you have 12th lord in the 9th house. Okay? This person will try to either implement their beliefs to foreigners, or they will also be influenced by a lot of foreign philosophy and foreign knowledge regarding their path of dharma, path of divinity. Now, in some cases you'll see that a person is able to realize what is, the true path and what is the made-up path. Like, for example, somebody has been in a cult for 15 years, and suddenly, they're like, what is this? This is absolutely wrong. And they run away, or they get away from that place. That happens because you always, obviously, what is one of the most important things that we are missing here? We're missing aspects and conjunctions. We want to see what is Moon being impregnated with, because whichever planet is conjunct or aspects Moon or Mercury, these planets especially Moon gets pregnant with that particular planetary's dharma. So if Saturn aspects Moon, or Mars, boy, you're going to have a hard time trying to convince this person of anything. But if, obviously moon receives the aspect of Jupiter or Venus, they'll be much more like just curious and open to know, hey, okay, so this is my belief and I believe in it, but what else you got? I'm curious to know what's your philosophy. And if the other person is good at selling what they're trying to sell to this person, they might buy it. They might buy it. And usually shows that father would either be a gangster, prankster, or preacher. One of these three always somehow will be involved. Gangster, prankster, preacher. Even if father has some government job or something, father would be this priestly person. Or father will just love pulling pranks on people, pulling pranks on you as a child. But obviously you got to understand that the sign of Aries represents the physical self. It's a sign ruled by Mars. So one of the things I've seen always, that either a person picks a profession related to, let's say, pilot, army, soldier, medicine, medical field, or somebody who really wants to go into like being a technician. Because they don't just want to like use their fingers and keep programming things and start, making something for some big company. They want to be using their body itself to build something. It's about building things, about physically going towards certain type of career. Because programming, even though you're using your fingers, is more mental. You got to remember things. When you're in the physical realm, you got to know how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. Now you push this, now you press this button. So this is where they really do well, and especially being an athlete will be one of the easiest things for these people, especially if, let's say, Mercury or Mars influences this moon. Okay? So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of moon in the 9th house for Leo ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below if you want to know where your moon is placed, all your astrological details. For that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.